Freedom 35, 5, 5, 5.
Dude, start the podcast.
Wow.
Welcome, everybody, to Freedom 35's Cardano NFT podcast, episode 90. Technically, episode 91 for all the OGs out there. My name is Tommy. I go by TOWNY.
My name is TJ. I go by Lazy T.
And I am the other Tom. I go by Lavish Bear.
And tonight, Goomble. Goomble?
Goomble?
This name? Oh, this is name changed name Goomble.
Get the groom out. Are you? Let's get ready to Goomble.
I like that. That's not where I was going with it, but I like that much better.
I don't know. I was trying to think of anything I could.
You were reaching, but he kind of, he landed on that one.
I just put an R in Goomble, so
That's how it starts. Like, let's get ready to Goomble. So nice. A three-part event ready to get going. You guys ready for tonight? It's episode.
Yes.
Three parts.
It's got a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Okay.
See what I did there? That's on the fly, off the cuff.
In conclusion.
In conclusion, finish it with a sentence, period. Done. That's how you tie it all together.
That's it.
Done.
Oh, Mrs. Wright would be proud.
Well, damn, Mrs. Wright. Shout out to her, man. She made me a grammar. I can't say that word on YouTube.
A grammar general.
A grammar German general.
A proper gentleman.
In the 1940s.
Well spoken.
The YouTube algorithm is going to be like, wait, they said the keywords. Done. Same thing. Gotcha, bitch. I need that Dave Chappelle line. That's a soundboard that I do need.
You need some Dave Chappelle ones. That I do kind of agree with.
That one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo that. I got my wife. She's like seen some Chappelle show, but like did not grow up watching that at all. And I totally watched, made her watch like some of the Chappelle show. Was it Prince? The Hollywood, true Hollywood stories. Charlie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Murphy.
Those are good. Those are classics. Aren't they? Still stand today.
Pancakes?
Honestly.
Yes, we referenced that. I think even in a recent episode too.
You did.
And one, he served right after he served his pancakes. And he just looks at the camera. They pancakes. It's like,
challenge him.
Challenge him. Because you might get embarrassed. This cat could ball. No, man, it was I don't even know where I was going with that.
We started this, right?
Yeah, dude. What is the podcast? This is a new
we're
take?
pivoting, TJ. There's nothing going on.
Pivot.
Now we're just talking about old Chappelle show stuff.
I am
I'm completely fine with that.
Yeah, we could easily run a nice 30 minutes for that. No problem. Easy. You guys tuned in for
this is now Chappelle show recap podcast.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo.
I just like it.
Let's start the show.
I forgot that was the intro, to be honest.
Chappelle show.
I had a perfect segue into that. Let's start the show. Speaking of starting the show, we had a live stream. And it's time for, I'm looking at my cue card right now. Livestream Recap over here. Monday night, we got a chance to sit down and was it 10 days? Has it been I keep saying it's been 10 days since we recorded last. Has it actually been 10 days?
It sounds like it. Yeah, I think so. It was like a week and a half. Yeah.
Or did we say that last week?
A bit. We were a bit rusty. It was been just slow as well.
Yeah. Am I sharing the right screen even? I don't even know if I'm doing this right.
Yeah, you're not playing it, but you're showing it.
Oh,
yeah.
Playing. Oh, okay.
Frozen. Your internet went out again.
There we go.
Oh, I don't even have the audio off on my side. It's really loud. Do you guys remember? I think the highlight for me of that night was when I decided to go in character. Just switch it up for everybody over inside the chat.
That was
dude. I made the thing. I was trying to get the angle just like perfect. I was like, TJ, check this out. And you're like, what? And I was like, I tried to take a picture boom, there it is.
What was the reaction to that? Did anyone say anything?
No, they were dying.
I got LOL, LMFAO, I'm dead.
No, I mean from
that was chat's reaction.
Yeah, that was chat's reaction. I mean, did we ever hear anything from House of Titan side?
See, this is the bear market. This is we didn't put House of Titans in the description over there, or in the video title. So
okay,
yeah, didn't get that on there over there. But I mean, it's the bear market, man. Nobody really cares what's going on at the moment. Everybody's just kind of like over it, I feel like. And maybe that's probably some of the best time to really get involved, and like maybe you could dive deeper into some of the stuff that you have conviction in. And also time to be like, yo, I got to get out of this stuff. Otherwise, this is the end of this. It's like one of two sentiments right now. Even to the point right where like, look at us over here. You know, I mean, we got cameras shutting on and off right now. We're trying to make this recording work. It's, you know, we're doing our best. You know, like, but do we care? I mean, who's watching this right now?
We're grabbing buckets of water. We're trying to throw it off the ship for sure. We're going down. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I just think some people aren't paying attention right now because, I mean, what's ADA down to 24 cents as of recording this? I doubt it's jumped up to $2 on Friday, 2 days from now.
The biggest jump in,
yeah, but yeah, exactly. So, you know, I doubt it's going to change that much by the time you're listening to this. And I just think people are like, yeah, you know, I can tune back in when things are up, but everything's kind of down. I'm not trying to sell anything right now. I just don't like the prices of where things are at for what I have or what I've held on to. So kind of aren't tuning in at the moment. And I mean, yeah, it makes perfect sense. And then I think the people that are still kind of engaging kind of have their head down or just grinding, you know, making flips and accumulating where they can on certain little small things or making these DeFi runs. And then, yeah, I think, you know, there's still some population. So we're still here just hanging out. We got guys in the Discord still just hanging out with us. So some people are just kind of like chilling among the Discords, you know, still also waiting in that waiting cycle, but they're paying a little more attention. It's just not a lot to pay attention to.
No, I think it's just overall sentiment is just down right now when it comes to new things, including mints and stuff like that. Like we talked about, House of Titans just kind of being a little underwhelming at the moment, and it's just nothing's really like got people super excited, I guess, unless like obviously money brings it, you know, it's the forefront of the attention at the moment. Which in this case, in the market that we've seen, like it's really hard for that to kind of get people excited. Although, you know what it makes me excited for is things like Dirtbirds inside a community or something like that, where you see a project that is building and it's got the hype, it's got the community kind of surrounding it. So I don't know, there's things that are hit or miss inside a community for me that I am like, man, I really love this. Or it's like, dude, I could care less what the fuck you guys are talking about right now.
And it's not like you said, though, Dirtbirds is a great example, I think, that they still have something going on. And so it's just that we got spoiled, I think, in the beginning, or we had so much going on every day, every week to now where it's like, yeah, it's great. You can follow along and tune in. But, you know, I mean, they still have to develop it and do it right. So you don't get like as much as we used to get all at once. And sometimes I can just be like, oh, and that feels boring.
I think like even I'm very curious to see how the next bull run is going to have a reaction with NFTs in the sense of the people that have been around since the beginning of NFTs until now, like when the new wave of NFTs or projects coming out every day, I wonder how many people are going to react the same way they did in 2021 by jumping in on everything.
Well, are we going to be the old heads where like we see all these crypto YouTubers that are like, yo, you know, we've been through this. I've been through this. This is what you need to look out for. And then all the new moon boys would come in like, this is the best project ever. And it's like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, that's what I was getting to is like, because I was talking to another buddy, Crypto, you know, everyone knows Saran on the channel. Everyone knows Saran channel. But I was
the Bandit.
The Bandit, that's right.
The Bandit, yeah. All right.
Crypto Bandit.
I was talking with him a couple weeks ago about it, and I was like, this is the time where people who've been around the space or been a part of it a couple cycles now will be able to make hopefully a bag from this next crypto run, because we'll see the waves and see where the trends are going, where we can just honestly flip immediately or faster than we did last time. I held a lot of stuff way too long last time, and this next go around, I'm going to get out a little quicker this time.
Are you going to learn from your mistakes? Or are you going to make the same?
I hope so.
You know what? It sure don't seem like people are learning from their mistakes, because it don't matter, man. You talk about utility. You talk about we need to support founders. We need to be good community members and call out things for what it is. And then fucking, you know, Stupid Seal Society comes out next week and they're launching for 20 ADA and there's only 10,000 supply and everybody can flip it and everybody's like, fuck, let's go. I'm right back into it.
Well, that's the weird thing about it though, is that I was thinking about this the other day. there's obvious ones like that where like we just flip right away because we never had any intention. But something we've talked about a lot is for like a project to actually survive, they're going to have to actually, or sell out even right now. They have to have like that real utility. They got to actually bring something, which then makes it that much harder to do what you're saying though, TJ. Because I've thought the same thing. I'm just like, I'm just not going to hold. Like I've held so much stuff that ended up becoming nothing. But then I was like, yeah, but in the beginning they were kind of nothing. They were just like, yeah, we're gonna have like a season 2, which is more of these. That's as much as we're like, you saw the first ones. We're
Community vote.
There's gonna be more of them later, and I don't know. Maybe they'll have like a space theme. You know, and that's like as much as they go now, like where they're really developing real stuff. So you're like, I want to flip this right away, but it's like, I mean, but what if like they're like actually trying to do something? I'm not just getting.
This is the first project in months.
Yeah, exactly. So it's sometimes like hard to like some of these like where it's a good one like you saw is like Gophers or something like that, or right away you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna flip these. These took off. This did great, and then it's like, no, this has like a real use. Like, well, I said I was going to flip everything right away. Like I'm not sticking to my plan, but like I can't flip this. Like this, it's got to be some exceptions. And then you also still then end up holding, a ton of BBs or something.
Yeah, I mean, to pivot quick, I mean, we had a set list of topics over here, but I'm going to do a little jump because why not? It's bear market vibes over here. You said the word utility over here, and Demosthenes put up a post today because I keep hearing this word utility with new projects coming out. What's the utility? What's the utility? We talked about this project, or this like topic in the past. But he says being able to pull up an asset and pinpoint it to a wallet or using it as a proof of ownership is in fact utility. Utility's definition doesn't equate to it generates passive income. Somewhere along the line, the definitions became blurred and utility started being equated with monetary gain. Utility fundamentally means that something serves a specific function or purpose. I want to know your guys' kind of thoughts on that because I mean, I think I personally agree.
Well, that's just true. That's just how words and definitions work. Like it gets value. It gets value hopefully because that utility is worth something. You know what I mean? It can have utility that just is like, yeah, that's cool. That works. That has that utility, but no one puts any value to that. No one cares. So it's like a market thing. But yeah, for sure, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, I think because I think the first mindset, even for NFT holders or collectors, even ourselves, our first thing is when we think of utility is there a monetary gain utility wise? That's the first thing that kind of pops in your head initially, especially exactly selfishly. That's why we all get into this for a monetary gain. Let's call it what it is. That's why we all get in here. So the first time we see that a project has utility, well, what monetary gain of utility is it? But yes, technically that is the definition. And a lot of projects have great utility, not a monetary gain utility, like Mallets, for example. It's not a monetary gain utility. They have a lot of other stuff going on that's that's packed with utility. But I think the utility needs to be a little bit more transparent and just something different in the space. I would say if you're especially a new project coming out, you can't just do the same recycled things that just honestly is not working anymore.
Yeah, I think he kind of elaborates into that and saying that everything that assets should always be profitable. Otherwise, it's worthless. Is stupid basically. Because people buy products and services for use, they collect or they enjoy it. And once you got that kind of concept, he said your experience becomes enjoyable because you think about it in real life, right? When you buy something, maybe even like we were just talking about, I purchased Mortal Kombat 1, bought the video game. I've been seeing, I'm a huge fan of it, grew up with it. I want to play a story. I'm not even like the online kind of competitive guy at this point. I just really like the story that they have going on and I want to buy it. But as soon as I buy that and I spend my $60 or whatever the hell it is, so technically I spent $100. I'm trying to get it 5 days early because I am a DJ like that. But you think after that, I'm like, yo, guys, can I flip this though? Is this going to go up in value right now? Like if I buy it early, is it going to be these extra 5 days? Is it going to be worth it for more? No, like I'm buy it because it's something that I enjoy.
But your utility is playing the game, though, having fun playing that game.
That's understood. But who says that? That's what I'm saying. I was going along with this. Is like, I actually enjoy the community and being a part of like the conversation and getting a chance to chat with these people in these like holder chats. Like that's just, I bought into the project for that. Like I'm enjoying it. And that can be a utility to me.
Exactly. For you, your own personal reasoning of what utility is. Yes, I get that. I'm saying the first initial idea someone thinks about in the NFT space when they hear the word utility, they automatically think, oh, okay, there's a monetary gain from this project because there's utility. That's the first initial thought that the majority of us honestly think about when they hear that for a new project coming out.
If you think that, I think you're dumb. You just don't know how words work.
What's that?
You just don't know how words work. I mean, there's just some projects have, if you have a NFT that gives you access to watching a movie or listening to a song, has pure utility, and the value of that is dependent by us. Like if we want to buy it to own the access to watching that movie, you'd pay for it. So that's where the value comes in. But the utility itself, like it says, a function, like Tommy, you said, your game or buying your Xbox, it all serves a function. It has its utility. And in that case, the utility is not geared towards making money. We're in this to make money, most of us. Now some of us have got to collector status. So we look, like you said, TJ, is like, when I look at utility, some projects have utility, but I look at it as, does this have utility that will bring me value? Yeah, hopefully. Or a tool or something that may bring me value, or a community and information from that community that will bring me value. And so it's usually weighed in a monetary way, for sure. Like how if I'm going to get involved and want that utility.
Well, I just think too, people were burned a lot. If we've been in the space for like 2 years now, I think a lot of us are looking for like to recoup some of the money that we did lose on all the earlier projects that just were art based or whatever, rug pulls, whatever now. So you want to kind of gain some of that money back. So when you hear, oh, they have utility, or like, well, what is the utility? Is it a monetary game? Okay, well, what is their actual utility? Is it a token to use their website or to use the game, whatever the case may be? You're kind of have to dig a little bit deeper to find out what that utility actually is for this project.
I think too, maybe it's just us. We're all introduced to crypto usually through some sort of like medium, whether it be Twitter or X now, or YouTube. When it comes to, hey, buy this coin, the next 100x, this coin for financial freedom, blah blah blah. Like everything is all incentivized around making money, or getting you to a level where you're making ridiculous gains. And I think the NFT market is unique in the sense that there is definitely that possibility to do that with these things, but there's also like actual businesses being built behind them as well.
Yes.
And people, you need to like kind of experience this industry to really understand what that even means, and not necessarily always think that like, hey man, like if I buy this, there's, it's probably going to go up in value. It could buy something that just does something. It could be anything, like you said, a product in music, a physical, like claimable thing that you could just hang on to because you're a collector, whatever it may be. So I think that, it gets muddled and even to an extent, a lot of like people out there, it sucks because you got little like moon boy YouTubers and other people just shilling this stuff because that's all you're focused on. But in reality, there's a lot bigger, broader like thing. This is not just, make like a stock market here. It's really, there's a whole new revolution coming when it comes to the banking system, but also just the way that things are going to be operating when it comes to blockchain. Like you could look at maybe like voting and stuff like that, where they could use that technology for that, to track things like that VeChain, TJ, we were talking about the supply chain, how you could track different products and inventory and stuff like that. They can use that. That's not a utility that directly I'm investing in that, their coin and hoping that it's going to go up, but like the actual product, people are using it to actually make a difference in the world. So I feel like there's such a bigger underlying conversation when it comes to this, but in like our little space, if we like are closed-minded and like noob mentality is just like, if I buy this, I heard about this. So from a buddy of mine, I'm going to get money and I'm going to buy it. And then one day it's going to be worth a shitload of money. And that's not necessarily the case at all.
Well, that's a good point you bring up. Like we're so like narrow-minded thinking in this space that, especially like I said, I've been here for a while now, though. That's the first thing we think about is like, oh, am I going to make money from this utility? Whereas if a lot of these projects, old and new, if they would market outside of the Cardano space to prove to Web 2 and the people outside of NFTs and crypto, like, look, holding this asset will get you all of these perks within my business. If they kind of wordplay a little bit better and market a little bit more outside of our ecosystem, I think a lot of these projects or businesses will be a lot more successful in the long term.
100%. It's funny to me when you see stuff like that where it's like, oh, I bought this, now the value sucks. Like it instantly like went down. And it's like, well, did you really take a second to see what the hell they're actually doing? Like, did you even like can make an educated decision about that? And I think another post that I just wanted a quick reference, like in addition to that, was from Cardano Thor, because I saw a lot of people tap into this as well, where like the old NFT business model when we first got into it maybe was create a hype, create narrative, mint NFTs, make a bunch of money until people stop buying your NFT, then leave or sell the project to the community. a new one, big brain model. He's calling it the transcend the NFT and Web3 space by creating a revenue generating business that provides real value. Use Web3 tech and community for your crowdfunding, better marketing and product improvement. Grow your business in Web3 and Web2 simultaneously until they merge. Some people get it, not enough.
100%. I agree.
And crowdfunding is, I think he kind of nailed it. We've said that we've seen a lot of different things where it's almost like a similar thing we've seen, like games and things like that developed through Kickstarter, movie sequels, stuff like that. And we're seeing, people come over to this side and have, on those mediums on making movies, producing music, making games, and they're kind of crowdfunding through us, and we get a piece of it. We get to be a part of it then too. So 100%. Yeah.
Yeah,
it just kind of sucks for like actual like just artists in the space that don't care, but all they want to do is kind of sell their art essentially, or their collections. I would guess my personal advice.
I just don't think the audience is quite there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna do something like that, keep the collection or very small. Like if you want to mint something like that, don't keep the price high. Just sell, I don't know, maybe 100 of them at a decent price, and just kind of see what kind of reaction or response you get from it. As if it's just an art project, don't make it a ridiculous 10,000 collection trying to sell out just art.
Here's my point to that too. Is okay, you're an artist, right? You make good art. You feel you make good art, and you want to release 4,000 NFTs at a 158 price, whatever you feel is right with this generative collection.
$50,
whatever it is, right? Yeah, if you're an artist in real life, do you got that kind of pull where you could really kind of generate? Hey, I got enough interest with me in real life where I could probably sell some of this stuff for this. Can you sell a couple paintings at $50?
Exactly. Good point.
Do you have that kind of pull? And if you don't, why are you trying to do it here? And outside of that, I mean, if you're trying to crowdfund something to get started on that, what is your actual idea? That's why people say bring like your plan with you ahead of time to generate and like kind of be your business pitch at that point. To really tell you why do I need this kind of money? What can I do? Well, with my art and with this, I'll be able to do X, whatever it may be. And people need to start grilling people like that over everything. I mean, you can always do the lottery ticket model where you mint some dumb generative art. People are going to always flip it. It's like a meme coin, right? Like people are always going to have that. We talked about that last week too. Like you're always going to have people that want that. That's why the lottery still exists today. It's one of the most popular things, and states make a shitload of money off that because people are degenerates and they're gamblers. But that's never going to go away. But I think long term, like you said, you need to really take a look back at what it is. And same thing of like us, we had to go through learning lessons of like, all right, I got to stop spending money on these stupid things because I'm just going to be ended up holding up a shitload of these things and wasted all my money and got nothing to show for it because I took a shot on something stupid and didn't get out when I could have. But yeah, I thought that was an interesting conversation when it comes down to the utility thing, because we talked about it quite a bit. But I think it's just like it's a learning lesson inside the space. But the more people, if they get out of the hey, next NFT top projects that are going to 10x, like you get out of that mentality, it's like, yeah, they may 10x.
I think the problem is like, because we're going to talk about them anyway, is like the Ape Society, right? They all want that Ape Society effect to happen. They all want the floor of the NFT project to go to 15,000 ADA. They also want that passive income from the token from the NFT project. That's what everyone essentially is looking for, really and truly. They're looking for the next Ape Society project on Cardano. I mean, it is what it is, really.
Unfortunately, not all projects are the Ape Society. That's why not everything's sitting there at the top of the fucking food chain in a 4,000, 5,000 ADA floor price, man. TJ, we kind of jumped forward inside of our act here, but part one over here was the Ape Society, or their part one for the Renaissance is officially dropped today. I got the video here. I'll go ahead and showcase it for you guys. If you guys haven't seen it, we'll let it play in the background. The big new change is not too much information. Looks like, oh, there it goes. I thought it wasn't playing for me.
In a world,
it's
as a well-spent day brings happy sleep, so a life well spent brings happy death. Da Vinci.
Da Vinci?
Da Vinci.
The Renaissance, part one.
No, so they did a rebrand a little bit of their society token over here. I guess it was always society, right? Like $sign society was always the ticker name. Well, now instead of that, what you could do is you could put a sock in it over there to all the haters.
Same, but different.
Disrupt I love that. Somebody said put a sock in it over there. SOC is now the new ticker for society over here.
Put a sock. I actually really like that.
I have to take a look at this because somebody are they addressing? Remember, I don't know if you remember seeing the D Gods thing when they went and did like their new season 3 thing, where we lowered the colors by X amount to make it easier to digest. I don't know if you guys remember seeing like a post about like that.
No, I don't.
Yeah, but it was like some dumb thing to the point where we did psychology like studies that these colors, if you remove them, give you a better like visual like look at, I don't know, something wild like that. And
sure,
I don't know if this is
sure.
I don't know if this is a reference.
Sure.
Is this a dig at it, or is this a reference to it for making fun of it? Because you've got like the Antarctic and light, extra light, and the bold, like the different fonts over here. Are they just having a fun little dig at it? Are they actually serious? I hope they're not serious. I think if they are, I mean, that's wild to me. But I hope they're making fun of it. But I don't know.
People nerd out on fonts.
Totally serious.
If they are serious,
on fonts.
I mean, dude, hey, check out the back, dude. It looks nice and pretty over here. Simplify and disrupt. But yeah, so that was the first part of their announcement, and they said they're going to disrupt the DeFi, Cardano DeFi over here. And I don't know what that means yet, other than they've got a rebrand of their token. They've got a new website to go with it over here. Okay. DeFi disruption made token over here. They've got, where is it? Oh, they've got their tokenomics over here. And also, I don't know if I just missed this in the past. Maybe I haven't dug too deep into the tokenomics of the Ape Society's token over there. Rewards. But yeah, you got projector rewards on here now. Remember those little projectors that you could craft over there?
I do.
We're talking on that.
Yeah. So, that's how we had the Chronic and Chrissy video way back when we did that community.
I didn't remember.
I remember.
I didn't remember.
So I don't know. I haven't looked into the deep dive of that, but I just noticed that out of there. So they got their tokenomics up here, a little website for it. Not really sure. I mean, personally, just from an outsider's perspective, not always involved with the Ape Society. This is just like, okay, you got this first part, got a new rebrand on a token. What's next? And so, when you say you're going to disrupt something like this and drop like a big thing, I mean, I feel like you got to have something in your back pocket that's just going to like shake everything up.
It's moving to the front pocket soon.
We'll see. It's like my check-ins. It goes from my savings.
I mean, with what they've done, they've, caused plenty of disruption in the space. Like you were just talking about, TJ, that effect where they shot up like that. So, and not to say that their token's going to do that. I'm just mean that they're one project that has done things in the past where it's shaking things up quite a bit. And they always kind of bring it. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them do it again with what they're working on.
Well, the other thing too is I know we haven't really got into the Catalyst stuff. Not really interested in talking about a lot of the Catalyst stuff as far as like the NFT side of stuff goes. Although I know there's plenty of that over on Twitter if you guys are interested. But the Ape Society is also making a wallet too over here, saying that they could do they can do the wallet right. Go ahead and vote for our Catalyst over here. So imagine if they get the funding for that to be able to make their own wallet, they're going to have their whole little like ecosystem going on, which they already do for their whole society token. But man, I don't
know. There's a lot of wallets.
Yep.
I don't know where they're going with this right now. I want to know, when you make bold claims like that, and when they had the floor go as crazy as it did last year, I mean, it got people's attention, obviously.
Well, they definitely make noise when they do drop announcements or updates. That's for sure, in a good way.
Yeah, no, like it's got people. Oh, I've seen a whole bunch of new people over there. We saw the live sale for that King from AJ Goldman, who bought it for 120,000 ADA.
Yeah,
obviously that gets people talking and
got people going.
I've seen a few new people, like for our community members inside the space, also buying back into apes or posting about it. So I think if you also rock one of those PFPs, it kind of is like a status symbol inside of Cardano for sure. So they've got a lot going around them right now inside their own ecosystem. I'm just now curious because the 3-part event, part 1's dropped. I'm hoping that we follow up with a good middle, and then that ending is going to be a little crazy. I don't know. We'll figure out how they all tie that in together over there. But I wanted to reference that over there because I know we talked about it a little bit over on Monday night. Speaking of something that we've talked about in the past, but haven't really followed up on, and I was getting ready to actually make a follow up because the 17th, I think it was when you were supposed to get your JPG token. You were supposed to be able to claim it. 17th of September.
Got it. Okay.
Did I say August? Shit.
No. I wasn't sure because you said it was
How
supposed
is
to
it the
happen
13th of
17th,
September,
but it's
though,
not
already?
September 15th yet.
It's the 13th. Yeah.
How has that already happened?
It's
September
mad.
just started.
Dude,
Just
it's
wake me
already
up
2
when
weeks
September
in.
ends.
Hey, no, it's my birthday's
September
coming up.
just started.
But do you remember the 29th of September?
Got it right.
Oh, hold on. Yeah. Is that the one? Or is it?
It's a
Is
good song,
that
though.
it? Is this the one? Yeah.
We're done. We missed that part. We missed
I
the
like
part.
before you just hit it with no effect.
You did.
All
it
right,
sound
but yeah,
okay?
JPG.
It was
We'll have to redo
stellar.
the tag right here. JPG Foundation, huh, Tom? That's what you want to talk about?
Yeah, I deeply appreciate your patience and support while I got through that last segment over there. But they're also asking for your patience and support over here because that token launch is delayed.
Whoa.
I know. Not people aren't too happy about that. Need that on the soundboard too. That's a great one. But they were hyping up this announcement that they were going to coincide a launch with a big CEX or Central Exchange for all you people who don't understand acronyms, and also myself who had to Google that way when that pop came out. But yeah, they said that they're working on the initial exchange responsible for listing the JPEG token is currently finalizing several integrations with Cardano, but is not yet complete and has taken a bit longer than they expected. Unfortunately, they cannot launch the token until these integrations are complete. And basically saying, hey, keep waiting, it ain't here yet. But I remember
Someone just say just don't release it. I'm sick of waiting.
Somebody said don't release anymore. I'm sick of waiting and gets delayed. And FTU is like, I'll take your allocation. I think this is the problem though when you hype up people with these announcements, especially stuff like, hey, we got a central exchange, it's coming out, we promise it's gonna be so cool. And then it gets close to the release. We're 4 days away from when it was supposed to go.
Demasi has said before, like he doesn't do it anymore either. It's when you put a hard date on something, people will hold you accountable to that.
Yeah.
So 100%. I know they made the announcement.
There's not a lot going on. Like they're excited for this or waiting for this. It's been months,
they should have just said Q3, Q4. Keep it very broad
until it was like ready.
Yeah.
Ready. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Oh, it's just it's exposing me over here.
Damn. Okay, let me get that.
Yeah, you boy, you see that stats right there?
Yeah, dude.
That guy dude, I don't know who that guy is, dude, but he's foreign.
Who's that guy?
Foreign to me. I have no idea who he is. But yeah, this is the website you can log into to kind of check out your whole breakdown of everything. Yeah.
Check it out.
Check it out. Anyway, but with that delay over there, do you guys even care? You care?
It's free money, but I mean, at this point, guess I'll, get it when I get it.
It's like, prove it. Kind of like
they got some cool things coming out, so I think it's good if they do it right, and they can do it correctly. But no,
TJ, okay, I've seen it. I was waiting.
I'm not gonna follow up with that one.
Oh, what did he say? That was from Big Daddy.
Yeah, but it was. I don't want to quote that scene.
Prove it. Anyway, okay, I was lost it.
Do you care, TJ?
Honestly, it doesn't affect me.
Yeah. Fair market blues, boys.
Great, cool. All right.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just I don't know. I don't like. I use them for the store. I don't like. You know what I mean? It's not like one of the projects. Like it wasn't like Mallet Order had something delayed or something like that. I was really excited for. This is more just like when it comes out, it'll be cool, and that's about it. If it's not coming out right away, it's like, all right, we'll wait longer.
Right. Yeah. I honestly forgot it was dropping.
I forgot it was coming, but yeah, I guess cool.
Exactly. So
hope it does well.
I'll just go on continuing living my life.
Yeah. Did you give it a listen? Oh, I was going to. The other thing, I'm not even going to get into that, guys. I was thinking about it, but there's no need to get into that. I think that's just part of the drama going on inside his face. We're going to talk about the JPG.
You don't want to be gossip queens?
I don't feel like being a gossip queen. Do you care that the API got changed today and people got ruined apparently on some of the stuff?
I mean, if that messes up tools, that sucks. But I mean, it doesn't.
Is it? It's not, I mean, it got blown up a little bit today. I don't even think Wild Tanks over here was like, "Hey, just he put a tweet out." But I mean, if you put anything out at this point, of course you're subject to all the criticism that comes with that. But they were pretty much being like, this is stuff that other people built stuff on that is interacting with them. And I think to a degree, they've responded to this. JPG has, and they're saying it's more of a security issue, I guess, over here. For them, because they consulted to hire a security company for the assessment, leading to implement protection for internal APIs. This change is purely aimed to enhance security and the stability of JPG Store and has no other business objectives. Meaning, like, look, this is what's for our own protection. Everybody pulling stuff from us, like, sorry, this is what we had to do. I'm sure they can all work it out. I guess they have like a whole Discord channel dedicated to devs and people that actually use their stuff. But apparently, the issue was that they weren't clearly communicated that this is all going to happen. So like suddenly.
Sucks. That's not good. But I mean, if that's true about the security side, I mean, I don't know enough about that stuff. That's saying if they're not going to try and now you have to pay $80,000 a month to use it or something like that.
Yeah.
And if they do have that Discord, hopefully they can get it all worked out, or they can get them all their access and getting up and running again. Just maybe miscommunication there and got blown up on Twitter. That's what happens. I think when people are bored, though, I think, it's easy to. People are bored. They're losing money. They're working hard.
And there's no news coming out. Really,
it's rough out there. And I'm saying, like, on that dev side and stuff, they're all working really hard. It's not
dude, build the marketplace.
Yeah, exactly. They're
build it, and they will come.
They're building, and they with this faith, and I could just imagine though, that's there's probably good days and bad days when you're seeing like Cardano hit like 23 cents. Sometimes it's like, son of a bitch.
Damn it. Wish that would have.
You just get a little more on edge, I guess. Not that they don't have faith still. It's just
yeah. Well, the fact that this blew up the way that it did, like what even Wild Tanks, it's just like, fair. Not sure why this even went viral, to be honest. But like I said, a little news like this seems to blow up. I saw yesterday something with Cash and that C swap Dex or marketplace, like going back and forth, and it's just like everybody's arguing, man. Everybody's just like going back and forth with each other. They're kind of they're bored. There's nothing really crazy to talk about. So, we can argue about the problems instead of like focusing on the positives. And I think this is where you talk about like bear markets, right? When things just really start to get down and you're just feeling kind of like, this sucks. I don't even want to be a part of it ever again. Why am I even here in the first place? Is where you can really find like conviction and stuff that you truly believe is going to be here for the long term. Because this is like probably, like you said, the best time to be able to get in if you wanted to get in. When like this fear, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
Get it in certain projects. Yeah,
not all of them, obviously. Yeah, you don't want to go buy everything right now.
But yeah, there's just
you don't want to buy a BB,
BB or VV?
BB.
You don't want to buy a BB either. Yeah. Yes, the answer is yes to that question.
Yes. BB, it's good vibes only. Oh, fuck. Good, but give me back my damn DJ sets.
No, you got vibes. You have the good vibes, Tommy.
No, I don't have the vibes. They took away the vibes. All my vibes are gone. They ruined it. They rugged. There's no utility. The utility for me was it was a nice YouTube concert, and I used it to work out. And spend a lot of money.
Rip it all when you could have?
I thought about that. I honestly was like, one day I'm like, I should just download this so I can just put it like into like a playlist. But I was like, it's fine. And I got lazy, and then I never would have thought they would have took down the DJ sets.
I feel like someone did that.
Wow, they took that part down. Like,
it's just on YouTube.
Like, why not just leave that up? Like,
they
send them a DM. Hey, can I get that? DJ
I put it in their community. I even responded back on one of their tweets. I'm like, bro, like, I'll forgive everything you just said about this whole Polygon ETH like claim mint right now if you just give me back my DJ sets. That's literally what I wrote. They just
gotta start a petition. Let's get this going. We can get a movement.
Hashtag the guy's Jaden Bornstein or something like that is the DJ's name. I think they commissioned him to do the thing. I had to know something was up on the second DJ set though when they remember they did NFT Con during CNFT Con last year. Like it was like the same weekend they dropped that video, and the guy was like on a boat just doing his thing. And everybody's like, dude, what are they talking about? NFT Con. I should have seen.
Actually, I do remember that now because I was like, no, we were talking to CNFT Con. Like, why are you guys at BBs?
I can still hear that DJ set. The opening though, it was a banger little DJ set.
Someone pulled you to the side. And they were like, "We need to get the fuck out of BBs, dude. How do we get out of it?"
My love and my heart.
All
Damn
right,
it,
Tommy,
that song's
we're
gonna be
You
done.
stuck
should
in my
just
head.
recreate it yourself. There you go. We'll drop the F35 DJ set.
Last but not least over here, TJ, you got the candy queued?
Oh, I almost forgot, dude.
You got
I
your
want
Candy
some
Crush?
candy so bad right now.
You got your
That
Candy
sounds
Crush
great.
right now?
Like some,
I got my
some
Candy
chocolate.
Crush, dude.
Ooh, over here, Goombles. He said probably nothing.
That's
Isn't
dope,
it?
honestly.
What are the viewers looking at? I guess that's a better question for everybody over on the audio side.
Yeah, for the audio side,
We're looking at Goombles
elephants
on
right now.
Game Boy Color.
Game Boy Color looks a little different.
We went 2 different directions there, TJ.
Yeah, I don't know where you were going with that.
I said elephants.
No,
this looks great though. This is on mobile.
Yeah, it
this
is
is on
cool.
someone's phone. They're
As I've
showing
been
the
talking
Goombles
about.
game, which I mean we've asked about, we've talked about with multiple games. Everyone always has it in their notes. Oh, of course, mobile. Yeah, no, it's in the plans. Gonna be mobile. And
That's not an Apple phone, is it?
First time we're
Yeah.
seeing it though.
I was
Maybe
just
it
about to
is.
say. I don't know. I was just about to say that. I don't know.
I can't tell.
It's the bottom. I don't know. But I usually look at the top because usually the camera's in the top middle. I don't know what kind of iPhone they're rocking bottom, but I don't see the camera up there. But maybe I just can't see it because I'm the angle of it. But if it's not on the Apple Store,
To be fair, it's probably not going
that's
to
a
be
problem.
well, Apple is usually a tougher one to get on as far as giving.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if they're not crypto. It doesn't matter if they're not crypto.
True.
Just saying they've been big about, hey, we're not crypto, man. Like we're Web2. I mean they are, but like they want everybody to like the technology. It's just it's the game. What do you want from us? And then they could find a way for other people to like get that utility out of the game. I don't know how they're going to do that, to be honest with you, to apply with regulations like that. Although we did see, was it actually Infinity that was able to like mitigate that somehow?
I'm sure they're working on it. I'm sure that's in the plans. We'll see.
So, but either way, I mean, the mobile is the route you want to see, and it's good to see that they've already got this in the works. Because remember, they partnered up with that. I forget the name of the company over there.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we talked about it on the show a few weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna drive me a little nuts. But yeah,
we know what you're talking about.
But yeah,
it's a real one, a legit one.
Yeah, an actual gaming
Magic
thing that
Media.
does Magic Media. There you go.
I got you.
Thank you. It's not like there's 3 of us. We can't like background check ourselves in mid thing. Magic Media over here, where they actually do they do mobile games, and now they're going to be able to really get Goombles into the hands, not just the 2,000 plus people over here on the Cardano NFT chain. You might be able to get it into millions of people's hands.
I need a new mobile game because I've been playing coffee golf every day. So this
coffee golf. I've been getting sick of coffee golf because it's
one's
either
posting it.
I haven't been posting. I just haven't been playing, to be honest with you. But I think if having something to do in the morning, I need that engagement right there. And then if you tell me there's some way I can tie it eventually into potentially making some money, great. And if not, I can upgrade my account to like upgrade NFTs or do something with it. I don't know how that's going to work, but I'll be interested to see how they kind of gamify it. Because right now, holding the Goombles, that's the other part of this. Like it sounds like you're going to be able to test this ahead of time than the general public by holding a Goomble. We understand that. And then from there on else, I don't know too many of the benefits from holding on to the Goombles, but it's good to see that them actually putting something out like this, because I think it is kind of far ahead compared to most of these ones that are building like a game. And I also just prefer the fact that you don't have to be at your computer to do it.
The mobile,
that's big for me.
Yeah, that's massive. Even when we were talking to when we were talking to Makasi, the gamer that you were watching from YouTube, help me out here, Tommy.
Oh,
Belk, thank you. Yeah, that he was even saying like that, how big that would be. Like it's almost a necessity, like for how he's able to game and with his work life, where that would kind of really apply. Like he's like, something needs to be mobile for me to really, because just sitting on the computer to play just wasn't, it's not possible.
Yeah.
And so seeing this could be, that's kind of the game changer with what we're having in this space right now and what's available. If this works seamlessly or easily and connects well, that'd be huge.
It looks really well done. I'll give it that. Huge upgrade also from that alpha we got a chance to play. Yeah. Like the pre-release alpha or whatever it was.
The lollipops are still good though.
Yo, no, what was it? The laser beams, dude.
The laser lollipops, weren't they laser lollipops?
Yeah, those things just shredded. You put like a thing, upgrade them to like level 4, and you just put like 5 of them around each
Dang,
other.
you played
just
this a
straight
lot,
out
Tommy. I didn't
Oh
realize.
yeah, I played it too.
We played it a lot. Yeah, had to 3-star all the levels. Yeah, 100%. And you get this little robot mech that we were able to like walk around.
Yeah, I didn't know that at first. You could move them.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. I don't know what information we're allowed to share or not, but oopsie. Hopefully Storm Nash ain't watching this right now. If it is, then you're welcome for the promotion. 1 of the 2. I don't know. Hey, content creators over here, man, get us into the hands. We'll get you the reviews.
We already got copyright striked like 3 times, so that's the 4th. Yeah.
What are they gonna do about it?
Once you do it once, you can't. Yeah, it can't happen twice.
Hey, you guys are making money from this?
Yeah.
What's that from?
We're the Millers.
We're the Millers.
That's
Yeah.
it, yeah. You guys are getting
paid?
What's that kid's name?
Oh man,
he was in
he's in a new Marvel movie.
He's in the Chef.
No, he's in the Chef.
The Bear.
The Bear.
He's in a lot of stuff. He was in The Revenant. Will Poulter.
Was Revenant?
Will Poulter. There you go. Yeah,
that kid's good.
He was in a Marvel movie or some sort of superhero movie too.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, he was in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
No,
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Black Adam.
He was Warlock.
No,
he's
that's
Warlock.
right. He's in. That's right. You're right. Yeah, for sure. Which was
Good.
But are we down? That sounds like we're down the bag. We're gonna start. This is a post. This is a Marvel show. We don't. Our fans don't know about that.
That concludes
hour of Marvel talk
part 2. That concludes part 2 of the event, and to end over here on part 3, we're gonna wrap it up on the back end for everybody. TJ is gonna move his way. He's having a cow down there. Are you yawning? What are you doing with your mouth, dude? Why is your mouth wide open like that? Close your mouth, dude. You're freaking out the viewers, man. We could just do like a morning show, like for like kids or something like that. Just like, hey, we're the Freedom 35 hours. We got like little cows, pigs, and little like farm animals.
About that, we got a lot of
we'll teach them about the blockchain over here. You guys want to learn about NFTs? Don't do it.